Right beside him stood a cheerful character named Stock, a small, energetic guide who loved to talk about how money grows. Stock smiled and pointed toward the track. Watch closely, Stock said. This race is a lot like how I move. The signal flashed and the race began. Some carts blasted forward immediately, speeding around the track like rockets. The crowd gasped as they zoomed far ahead. Other carts started slower. They rolled forward steadily, carefully taking each turn without rushing. Malik noticed something strange as the race continued. Some of the fastest carts began to wobble. One racer took a corner too quickly and spun around. Another slowed down after racing too hard. Meanwhile, the steady racers kept moving forward. Not the fastest, but smooth and consistent. Stock leaned over and whispered to Malik, "You see that? I move like this too." Malik looked confused. "You do?" he asked. Stock nodded. When you buy a stock, you own a tiny piece of a company. And just like these carts, my value can move up and down. Some companies grow quickly and their stock prices race ahead. Other times things slow down and prices dip for a while. But here's the important part, Stock said with a grin. Over time, strong companies keep moving forward. Malik watched as the racers came around for the final lap. The carts that rushed too fast were no longer leading, but the steady racers were still moving, still gaining ground. By the finish line, the race looked completely different than when it started. Malik smiled as he understood the lesson. Stock gave him a small nod. Growing fast can be exciting, Stock said, but the path to growth doesn't always move in a straight line. Malik had never seen a race like.
Okay, so everybody was able to see that, right? I should have checked my audio and video before I played that. But yeah, it's really to kind of show that if you want to get your kids, and your grandkids ready when it comes to wealth, I think that it's probably best to try to make it fun and light. It doesn't have to be serious. I've seen people teach kids wealth and they torture these poor kids by having them like really studying like the details of financial calculations and some kids are ready for that, but a lot of kids just want to be kids. And the reality is truly actually a lot of life really is a little bit like a game. It is it's a and you can compare it to a video game. When you first play a video game, it's really hard. You don't know what's going on, but you keep trying over and over again, and then eventually you master it. And life isn't much different from that. So remember, there's lots of different learning pathways. I'm a big fan of things like conversational learning, what we do every morning, because I figure if we're sitting around and we're just talking about wealth and finances, you're going to learn something, right? Just like if I want to be a rapper, I'm not going to go take a class at Yale on how to rap. That's not going to make me a good rapper. It's going to make me very stiff. I'm not going to be very good at it. If I want to rap, I should go hang out with D1 or Ice Cube or Ti and just we'll just talk about it. And I get to sit in the studio, bop my head, and and just have some fun. And next thing you know, the art form comes out, the beauty comes out, right? So ultimately, with our kids, remember, I would encourage you to let your children know, your grandkids know, wealth is cultural. So develop a culture where where the wealth and the money and the success just permeates and flows through the fabric of that culture, almost the way blood flows through your bloodstream. You don't know where your blood is at. You don't wake up every day and say, "Let me check to see if my blood is there. Let me make sure it's flowing." No, the blood is just there, right? And just like the wealth should just be there. It's not like, "Oh, we're gonna go and we're gonna get wealth and we're gonna change this and change that and we're gonna consciously go get it." I mean, I get it, but really, you want to get to the point where it's just like, well, of course we're doing well because that's what we do. It's like breathing oxygen. Like, why would we expect there not to be air in the room? Why would I expect blood to not be in my veins, right?